hostages and hostagettes. It's Scooter, Things Fab Shop. I'm here with my pal Ratfink, and we've made it to that time of week again. Another Think About It Thursday. Scooter in the Fab Shop. And this week's topic is motivation. And I know I for sure have a hard time staying motivated and doing things out here in the shop. I have to believe that, you know, you folks out there probably have the same problem. So one thing I want you guys to consider is motivation follows action, right? So you ever wake up and just don't feel like it? That drive you had yesterday or the day before is just gone, and all of a sudden you start thinking something's wrong with you. But, here's the truth. Motivation doesn't come before action. It comes after, okay? You didn't wait to feel ready before you did that project, right? You get moving and the feeling catches up to you and you start seeing results, and then it's just a effect. You want to keep moving. You want to keep going. So, today, don't chase motivation, build momentum. And then motivation will follow, because action creates energy. So think about that, guys. Start small, but most importantly, start now. I know, myself included, like, I'll want to get started on something, but I will talk myself out of it because I'll think of 50 other things that I have to do before I can start said project. And when all reality is, if I just get going on it, then it actually goes pretty quick. The hardest part of starting is not finishing. You don't need a full plan. You just need that first step. Once you move, even just a little, momentum starts and starts doing the heavy lifting, basically. So once you start, you see a little progress, and then all of a sudden that big task that you thought you had before you, it just gets smaller and smaller and smaller. That's how you eat an elephant, guys, one bite at a time. So motivation is the side effect. It's not the fuel, right? So remember that. When you start seeing progress, that makes you motivated to do more and more and more. And so it's just starting and getting going that's going to fuel, make the motivation come. So if you think about that, you never feel motivated before you work out, right? But afterwards, you feel freaking unstoppable. You just, you think you could stop a speeding bullet. At least I did when I was younger. And that's proof that motivation is something that you earn. It's not something that you wait for. So you go out, you put the work in, put the effort in, and then you get that feeling of accomplishment, and you're motivated to do more and more. Another thing that I know I struggle with at times, and I'm sure you all do too, is remembering your why. Why am I doing this? What the hell was I thinking, type of deal. When the feelings fade for whatever you're doing, and it will, I mean, let's just be honest, your why is what keeps you grounded and keeps you on track and keeps you wanting to move forward. So if you lose that, you really could be screwed. And I think that's why a lot of projects like what's behind me get abandoned, because people lose their why. Why did I even start that? Why did I even want this? Right? So one way around that I found, because I'm guilty as charged, I've abandoned lots of projects in the middle of them, is you write it down and look at it very often. So it's like a goal. And you remind yourself who you're doing it for, right? That's That's number one. Who are you doing it for? Whether it's yourself or for a loved one, whatever. That helps you keep motivated, keep on task. At least I find that helps me. Um, some things to think about. Motivation isn't magic. It's maintenance. You have to keep up with it. You got to stay on task with your projects, right? Um, and a lot of people, I think, get overwhelmed to the point where that they don't they don't take and appreciate the small wins that build big momentum. So they'll put a little effort in it, and if they don't see this big explosion and all the fancy pretty lights that come along with it and this huge, that little effort didn't turn into this huge thing, they get discouraged and they want to walk away. So focus on celebrating the small daily progress as a way to keep your momentum alive. And then you got to think about it. You don't need massive results to stay fired up. Just small wins stacked up daily. I would rather have 100 small wins every single day than one big win and then a big pile of crap dumped on me afterwards, right? And then another important thing is like I said earlier when I started, motivation follows action. So not the other way around. You have to challenge the myth that you have to feel ready before starting something. If you start something small and that creates momentum and that brings motivation naturally, okay? So, you know, it happens. We all lose motivation and we all quit or want to quit. And I mean, let's talk about that. I mean, some of it's honestly, it's just people lose steam, right? They get burned out. They don't see results fast enough or quickly enough. They lack clarity of what they wanted out of the project or where they wanted to be at this point in the project, right? They didn't plan properly. So, and all this stuff becomes super overwhelming and they just don't know how to refocus. So just remember that when you're feeling that way, you got to remember that you didn't fail, number one. You just lost your why and you have to find it again. So, that comes back to the whole writing your why down. Why am I doing this project? What do I want to get out of it? And then you look at that like your daily goal. So we all wait for motivation to show up, but what if motivation is waiting on you, right? That's something to think about. Motivation fades, but momentum doesn't. Every small action is proof that you're still in the fight. So next time you don't feel ready, move anyway, because that's how motivation is going to find you. Think about that on this Think About It Thursday. Like, share, comment, subscribe, or Scooter's gonna get ya! Yeah! But seriously, guys, I was looking at my analytics the other day, and like 99% of you guys are not subscribed. And I would appreciate it if you just hit that subscribe button, so I can kind of build a little bit of a following. That'd be appreciated. Comment, let me know if you guys are getting anything out of these videos. I know some of them are all over the place. Um, I hope at least one person to get something out of it, right? So, like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know how I'm doing. That would be appreciated.